5 goals in the UCL for Kylian Mbappe, 2 against Marseille from the Sport, 3 against Almaty, 1 from the Sport and 2 from open play goals. Mbappe has racked up 5 goals this season alone in the UCL against just 2 teams, Kirat, Almaty and Marseille. Now, I'm very sure that Mbappe will go on to score a few more goals. Surely, Mbappe will surely grab more goals in this UCL campaign. Probably 10, 12, 15, as the case may be. He could probably go on to break some, goal records in the UCL. We could see him get a 16 or a 17, equaling CR7's goal record in the UCL. We could see that this season, considering his form this very season. But I want to bring this to your notice. Mbappe has scored 5 and he could add a possible 12 more at most this season. That's if he's still at his best, if he continues, being at his best, if he continues being consistent, he could add 12 more goals. Now, 5 out of a possible 17 is almost 20%. 20% of Mbappe's goals this season. 20-30% thereabouts. Now, by this time next year, Mbappe will start getting the Ballon d'Or shout. Surely, Mbappe will start getting the Ballon d'Or shout. Whether Madrid wins the UCL or not, because already with the form of Mbappe this season, he's surely going to be the top 3 by the end of this season. Now, 5 of his goals, 2 against Marseille, 3 against Kirat Almaty, 3 from the Sport, 2 from open play goals. 20-30% of his goals have come against these 2 teams. Let us just be guided, because I'm sure that by that time, Madrid fans will start saying, oh, look at what he did in the UCL. He scored 5 against 2 teams. 2 teams, Marseille and Kirat Almaty. Now, not to take away anything from Mbappe, he is a little striker. A very prolific striker. When it comes to goals, leave it for Kylian Mbappe. And I will continue saying this. What Mbappe needs is just creators. Just give him creators and he will surely score a lot of goals for you. There was this goal he missed in this match. I counted it as a goal. That's beautiful pass from Vini Jr. It was a glorious chance and he missed. That was supposed to be his third goal, his hat-trick in this match. But then he went on to score a 3rd goal in this match. Now, what Mbappe needs is just creators. Give him creators and he will score a lot of goals. Honestly. And I love the changes that Xabi Alonso effected in this match. I love the starting lineup. It is kind of different from what we saw against ATM. And just like I said, Valverde and Tchouaméni cannot play at the same time. And you guys saw what happened. Even though in the first half, he was really not the best from Real Madrid. I expected Madrid to be winning with 2 goals, 3 goals in the first half. But the fact that Ceballos and Tchouaméni were playing, showed that Xabi Alonso understood the error in that game against ATM. You can't play Valverde and Tchouaméni at the same time. They are less creative. Now, Ceballos is at least very much creative. Now, when you play him with Tchouaméni or Valverde, you have a balanced middle. Your midfield will be balanced. Ceballos will have that freedom, to control the game, distribute passes, link up with either Adagula or Bellingham, whichever player that is playing in that attacking midfield role. As long as Ceballos is there, alongside either Valverde or Tchouaméni, that midfield will be solid. And look at this lineup. This lineup is very solid. And if he can maintain this against, stronger teams, he will surely get better results than he got against ATM. Just look at this. Look at this lineup. In the defensive line, yes, there are some names out due to injury. Carvajal, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Hoyson is okay. Alaba can be replaced by any player. Militao is injured as well. Rudiger is still there. Then with Carvajal, Carreras as their left back, that defensive line is okay. But when it comes to that middle, Ceballos Tchouaméni or Ceballos Valverde, that is just okay. very much okay. Then when you want to kind of do some substitutions, if you take off Ceballos and bring in Valverde, it means that you are now ready to be less creative and defend more, because when you have Valverde and have Tchouaméni, defensively you're going to be very solid. It means that what you want to do is to defend your win in that match. It means that up front you don't mind if your team creates anything from that moment onwards. Now, if Xabi Alonso can at least try this squad against solid teams, against top tier teams, I'm sure he's not going to be disgraced and humiliated just the way he was humiliated against ATM. This is a solid squad. Aragula in that middle, Mastantuono in that flank, Vini Jr., even though sometimes he's not very much informed, but in his day he can equally win you matches. Then Mbappe up front. Like, for me, this is just that ideal squad. Forget about the missing names in the defensive line. This is ideal. And if Xabi Alonso had played this team against ATM, I'm sure that scoreline would have been a bit fair. So this lineup is the best for me. As long as Mastantuono starts, Aragula starts, and Vini Jr. starts, Bellingham should not be in a hurry to get back into this team. Honestly, he shouldn't be in a hurry. In fact, I think Xabi Alonso should make him understand that he also needs to fight for his spot in this team, because that's assurance that he has a spot in this team gives him kind of a relaxed mind, a relaxed attitude. Even Vini Jr., I love the fact that Vini Jr. has a competitor right now. Xabi Alonso has made him understand that Rodrigo will always come on for him, and that is okay. It is going to force him to work even harder. And whenever Rodrigo comes on, he's going to try to give his best. And you saw what happened. He came on and he assisted. Rodrigo had a better game than Vini Jr. did. Very excellent. So I think if Xabi Alonso can at least understand his mistakes in that game against ATM, just like he did in this match, and try to do better in other matches and field something similar to this, as long as there is Aragula, Mastantuono, and Ceballos, like the middle, creativity in that in that Madrid squad will be top notch, at least better than we saw against ATM. Mastantuono was benched in that game. Ceballos did not even get any minutes, and you saw how disastrous he was against ATM. So I think this lineup is perfect, and if Xabi Alonso has eyes, he surely will see that this team, this squad right now, is the best for him at the moment. Bellingham can always come on. Even if he wants to start Bellingham, Goulet can actually be on the bench and come on in the second half, just to make everyone understand that you always have a substitute on the bench. Even Mbappe has a substitute in Gonzalo Garcia. So if there is competition, I'm sure everyone will sit up. Everyone will sit up. For me, a player like Ceballos needs more playing time than any player in this team, because he is very creative, very much creative, and he needs more playing time to actually get that confidence that he needs and understand that he holds the key to the creativity of this Madrid team. And you will see Madrid flying higher. So it was a good game from Real Madrid, and 5-0 against Kirat Almaty is one of the score lines we expected, and they did it. Thank you.